With engines howling in full dynamics, the crisp spring morning air is cut by the LS&I's 7-yard hill crew descending the railroad's big hill towards the iron ore port at Marquette. 1 month into the solar spring season, and there is still plenty of snow after an exceptionally snowy winter, even on this late date of April 27th. With several ships recently loaded and more in transit, the railroad is busy today restocking the ore dock with fresh iron ore from the Tilden mine. At the site of the old Tracy mine, we find the LS&I's 7 Tilden job behind the railroad's vintage GE C30-7s, which are working hard to lug the heavy train up the steep ascent here. Originally built for the Burlington Northern, these two were 20 years young when the LS&I acquired them in the 1990s and have since added an additional 20 years of faithful service. However, this morning the 3073 was routinely dropping its load, so as the crew rolls into Eagle Mills, they're consulting with the mechanical department about changing out their power. By this time, the 7-yard hill had returned up the hill with a train of empties, and have been waiting for the Tilden job to clear up. They now received their permission to head for the Tilden mine with 121 iron ore jennies in tow. The 7 Tilden crew and the mechanical department ultimately decided to swap the troublesome C30-7s for the railroad's even older U30Cs, the only other available power this morning. About an hour later, we again find the 7-yard hill, this time with their cut of loads from the mine. Running just 15 minutes behind the yard hill, the Tilden has been climbing the grade themselves, with the U30Cs spitting sand and exhaust in the tug-of-war with gravity. The last couple of miles to Eagle Mills are just about the only flat track on the railroad, giving the 7 Tilden an easy end of their shift, coasting into the yard with their train. In between the shifts on the Iron Ore Road, the Canadian National's L540 Ishpeming local is making an appearance at Eagle Mills Junction, heading for Partridge Yard, behind one of the railroad's venerable C40-8Ms, still adorning what's left of the old zebra stripe paint scheme. Starting off the 3 p.m. shift for the LS&I, the 3 Tilden has another cut of empties for the mine. Typically, the LS&I's Yard Hill job takes care of shuttling ore cars between Eagle Mills and Marquette, but sometimes they elect to extend the responsibilities of the dock job to include a run on the hill when needed. Heading back down to the dock, we find them under an increasingly gray sky later in the afternoon. Final catch of the day is the CN U745 all-rail ore train, arriving at Eagle Mills with a shortcut of hoppers for loading tomorrow at the Tilden mine, and ultimately destined for the Algoma Steelworks in Sault Ste. Marie. Leading the way is an SD60, itself a 30-year-old machine. Thanks for watching this edition of the Thornapple River Rail series. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more railroad videos just like this.